This is another episode of Standup Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Hi, and welcome to this week's show. We have another great lineup of stand-up comedy for you. 3 terrific acts. Coming up later on and closing the show, one of the most strange and yet very funny interactive comics. He loved working with the audience. Charles Fleischer. You may know that name. He was the voice of Roger Rabbit for the Disney movie, but he did a lot of TV and a really smart and yet unique guy. I think you'll hear how later. And in the middle, we have the high-energy comedy of Bobcat Goldthwait, recorded live on stage. This is a short set that Bobcat did for me in the early 80s. I know you'll enjoy it. Very high energy, and he, too, was a little on the strange side. So that might be the theme of this show. And coming up to kick things off, great stand-up comedy. One of the best in the business, still out working. In fact, he's got a big concert coming up in the Seattle area soon. But let's enjoy some stand-up comedy from back in the day from my good friend, Don Friesen. Here we go.
Feeling like an idiot, you know? I've been watching TV, all these 10, 10, 10 commercials. Like, I don't get it, you know? Every time they add more numbers, they bring out John Lithgow to explain it. Dial 10321. Okay. No, dial 1010-3232-111-3211, and then 1, and then the number. It's just that simple. Take the sum of the first 3 digits, divide by 7, round up to the nearest whole integer. If that total is a 10 or 11, double down unless the dealer's showing a face card. Cell phones now, I don't know what to do with these things. My wife tries to call me. She's like, well, can you call me from your car? I cannot call you from my car. I cannot call you from afar. I cannot call you from a tree. I cannot call you after 3. It's like I'm talking in a can. I need a better calling plan. I'm just an idiot, you know? At least they've got books for me now. These Idiot's Guides, you know. I got a new computer. My friend said, just get the Complete Idiot's Guide to Windows. I was like, okay, the Idiot's Guide. He said, no, the Complete Idiot's Guide. Okay, fine. You know, I should have been insulted. I was actually relieved that they had it, you know. Idiot's Guide. Sounds promising. All right. You know, so then I'm driving down there. I start thinking, well, what if I get the Idiot's Guide and I still don't get it? I got to take it back. That's embarrassing. Well, I thought I was an idiot, but apparently I've got a lot of work to do. One-way ticket on the Wuss Express. You take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife. All aboard. Wuss, wuss. Shh. Wassa, 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 wassa. Wassa, 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 wassa. If you look out to your right, you'll see a man apologizing for something he didn't even do. It's like a reflex, you know? Sometimes I'm alone in the room, it just pops out. Sorry. She's off in the kitchen for what? Just in general. Woos, woos. Since I can't shop with her, I turn into a 7-year-old. My knees get weak.
I think you can hear why Don's still touring. Man, he is so good with his writing and his material. Clean, funny, and always brings it. All right, let's get into a short set, high-energy comedy, live recorded on my stage. Bobcat Goldthwait.
I don't know a fucking thing about politics, and I'm not gonna pretend I even know anything about politics. Heaven forbid, I'm not as smart as our president, you know, and all that, but I don't wanna be rude, but like, weren't the Iranians the bad guys a little while ago? I guess somewhere in our government they said, let's see, like, who's the most crazy fucks we can give guns to? Manson's in jail. So, I don't know. Just spit it out. I'm so confused on what's going on. Like, there was all these guns, there was all these money. We had Israelis, we gave Israelis sold arms to the Iranians, right? And I'm not trying to be a racist, but apparently there's like some kind of profit made by the Israelis, and that sounds pretty odd to me.
Well, Bobcat had some real interesting moments on TV. He had a lot of success in movies, and it was just great to have him work the club. He only worked for me a few times, but a very funny, high-energy act that always entertained the audience. All right, speaking of that, high energy and a little eclectic, and the closing act was the voice of Roger Rabbit in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that famous Disney film. But he was much more than that. He did some movies, he was on TV a lot, and not only a stand-up comic, but you'll hear in his material, very smart when it comes to mathematics and the universe. I know that sounds strange for stand-up comedy, but he finds a way to make it funny. Let's welcome him to the stage, Charles Fleischer.
Thank you. Those transplants are coming along nicely, Mr. Martindale. 2 more weeks, I promise you, just like me and young Bondo. Yours aren't doing as well. I think we can have this raccoon removed from your head. It's going to be painful. As for you, you need to water your little flower. It's going to die.
It's okay, it's fake water.
Now, do you have a pen? I want to connect the dots on her back and see what it says. I think we may get a message from, like, beyond the infinite. Beyond the infinite. Go ahead, look at yourself! See what drugs and cheap makeup have done to you. You gotta get away from Zodies! Hello. Hold still. You're from England, aren't you? Yes, I am. I could tell. Oh, you have a map on your forehead. Billy the Seal Boy over here. It's time now to speak of things of a more serious matter. Of course, I'm talking about the structure of the universe. Yes, exactly. I have discovered the primary element of the composition of the universe. It is, of course, smaller than molecules, smaller than atoms, smaller than quarks, smaller than neutrinos. It is Moleeds. What are Moleeds, you say? All things are Moleeds. All things are made of Moleeds. We are Moleeds. There are basically 36 types of Moleeds, which are further subdivided into 6 color systems. The red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, and the violet. Each of the 6 color systems contains 6 Moleeds each. 6 times 6 is 36. These 36 Moleeds exist in levels throughout the micro, macro of infinity. Each level of 36 is connected to the next by a helical energy interval which parallels multiples of the number 37. The number 37 is the key that unlocks the secret of the Moleeds.
I don't know, man. Sounds like he said Moleeds to me.
Anyways, I started thinking about these Moleeds when I started thinking about numbers. Numbers are the key to the universe. There's strength in numbers. The Moleeds are based on the numbers 37 and 27, 37, 3 and 7, the 2 most frequently mentioned numbers in all of our planet's spiritual and historical documents. 3, the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Moleed. We live in 3 dimensions. There were 3 kings, 3 wise men. Make 3 wishes. The 3 Stooges. Curly, Larry, and Moleed. Moleeds. Yes, you're starting to see it now. 3, the Trinity. 3 to the 3rd power. That is 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. 1 divided by 27 equals 0.037. 1 divided by 37 equals 0.027. There's on this reciprocal relationship between the number 27 and 37, the entire structure of the universe, and therefore Moleeds is based. What's your favorite number, Bondo? 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 hands, 2 feet. You know the rest. How about you, Belango? What's your favorite number? 3, the Trinity. Well, you must be really digging this stuff by now then, eh? How about you, Palanki? What's your favorite number? 8. That's the past tense of eat. 8 squared is 64. We'll get back to that in just a second. How about you, Lumani? What's your favorite number? 10. Well, 10, that's pretty good. That's the big unity. 10 is 2 times 5. 5 is the ancient word for hand. Just like digit still means finger as well as number. 5, the hand. How about you, Gingo? What's your favorite number? 56. Now down. Hey, Jay! You got a 56 over here, eh? How about you? What's your favorite number? 7, of course. How many openings in your head? Go ahead, count. Your answer. Very good. If you'd taken any longer, I would have accepted 5 is the correct answer. There's 7 openings in your head. There's 7 days of the week. There's 7 notes in the musical scale. 7 chakras in your body. If you avoid the 7 deadly sins, you can get to 7th heaven. If you use your 7 pillars of wisdom, you can see the 7 wonders of the world, across the 7 seas, to the 7 hills of Rome, in a house of 7 gables, where 7 brides and 7 brothers watch the 7th voyage of Sinbad on Channel 7 for the 7th time. Standing for a 7th inning stretch, they scratch a 7-year itch when 007 comes in, reminds them that God rested on the 7th day, went to a 7-Eleven, had a 7-Up with the 7 dwarves. It's not easy doing Moleeds humor in Los Angeles. It's a dirty job. Someone has to do it. Let's get back to your favorite number is 8. 8 squared is 64. Don't mess with me, baby. Come on, man. What the hell's wrong with you? Changing damn number. You're lying to me again, Doreen. Is there an E in your name? There is an E in your name. This isn't planned. This is very quick. Is there an L in your name as well? A D. Aha. Is your name Duh? Is that correct? Hey, Duh. Do you remember when you were in a single cell? You see what drinking has done to your mind? We all start as tiny single cells based on numbers and chemicals, based on 4 chemicals that exist in the DNA molecule, deoxyribonucleic acid, the 4 nucleotides, cytosine, thymine, guanine, and adenine. Repeat that, please, Duh. You see what it's done to your brain? These 4 chemicals in every nucleus of every cell of every planet on the planet code out in groups of 3. 4 chemicals coding out in groups of 3 to make the various amino acids, which then link together to make the various protein chains which make life on our planet possible. 4 chemicals coding out in groups of 3 means there are 64 chemical possibilities for generating the life on Earth. 64. The Moleeds are based on the numbers 27 plus 37. 27 plus 37 equals 64. The number of chemical codes possible for life on Earth. Coincidence? You decide. They laughed at Copernicus. They laughed at Galileo. They laughed at Darwin. And right now, I'm not doing that well.
All right. Well, I told you he was a little strange, a little unique, but some great audience participation. Charles Fleischer live on stage. Hey, this has been a fun show. We had Don Friesen, Bobcat Goldthwait, and Charles Fleischer. Hey, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with another great show. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.